All right, we're back. If you're watching this on YouTube, we already streamed this, but you know how it is. There's going to be at least 15, 20 songs, if not more, through the next couple days of VOD drops. So if you're here on YouTube, how's it? If it's because you did the Wheel of Cheese, you don't know if you won, how's it? Is it because you did a dono, but you had to go to sleep because I did it too slow or it was too late? How's it? You can watch it here on the VOD if it didn't get blocked. So I had a couple videos blocked a couple days ago, but I did send in the disputes and they unblocked it. But the only bummer about that is that if that happens and it gets an unblock, it actually does not send it through the subscription base. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a YouTube thing. So just make sure you check every once in a while on the days that might be missing that are now posted because it was blocked because your thing could be on there, something like that. Something like that. Anyhow, how's it, everybody? A lot of people in the chat. Had a little fun earlier. Cut up a mango. I had this new little coffee can. Talked bubbles about all kinds of stuff. Even threw up my little puppet, did some ventriloquism. But lucky you didn't have to see that. my poor usual suspects here on the stream had to witness my ADHD ABC Jeebs moment here. But now it's music time. So we're going to be making up some donos because yesterday was 100% Wheel of Cheese. So we're starting from some donos from yesterday. I do have quite a list. So let's just get cooking. This one comes to us from the user Power of the Funk. And something of that nature. Oh, yes, of course. I've got to do that, Amon. I just have to design the puppet. All right, so the Power of the Funk. The band is Deluxe. The name of the track is... Let's see what we got here. Flowers. All right. So let's do this. Of course, Power of the Funk. His message is, you won't even guess where they're from, but let's get ready to boogie and dance. Let's go. What do we got here, guys? Jamaica? Ireland?
Say frenzy, my betrothed, my beloved, my dizzy messy. Cluster budget faster, mother spreading wicked courses. Do the summon with a hatchet, now you escalate me. Make her worth the golden nugget, real like Colin ring. Shake her stomach, slipping ditches, gazing overhead teeth. Wanna wear a musma blanket, keep me warm and cozy. Through the winter's empty, you're my friend, frenzy. Don't ever
Great performance technique on the vocals,
yet
man.
another day, yet another game. With a whip I tame, my longest road to fame. Yet another day, yet another game. With the whip I tame, longest road to fame. That was for the ones you love, the hours that I was hurt. That was for the ones you lost, the hours that I was hurt. That was for the ones you love, flowers that hurt. That was for the ones you lost, the hours that I was hurt. Hey Lily, out of the blue, hullabaloo, pull the trigger and flee. Take it, stick it, it's Phantom Zoo. All alone you leave me.
God, I really dig this.
A savage crime scene. Heckledy, peckledy, gobbledygook. You informed on me. The green room stuck in the city in such a wicked jazzy. Slippery, bibbidi, bobbidi boo. There I still the mob beat. You're the enemy queen, my own guillotine. Don't ever leave me. Yet another day, yet another game. With a whip I tame, my longest road to fame. Yet another day, yet another game. With the whip I tame, longest road to fame. That was for the ones you love, the hours that I was hurt. That was for the ones
Her performance as a vocalist is absolutely wonderful. So abstract. Laid back bass line, but very poignant. I love that. So now she's in unison with the horn section or the horn arrangement over the hook. Great track. Great way to open up the stream. I was obviously openly intrigued by her performance as a vocalist, where she was coming from and the tone she's generating. So I don't know, since this is the first time that I've heard this band, if that is the tone of voice that is through and through in the discography and the project, or if maybe this was more of a little specialty performance to match this style. The very opening, actually, the second thing that I really enjoyed were these little skippity-dip ghost notes that the drummer had on the snare. Really nice. Kind of it kind of made it swim a little bit. You know what I mean? That kind of vibe. And then as the track built, I still was more intrigued in her voice and her performance and stuff. But then as the horns kind of, I think it opened up with the horns as well. That's why I couldn't, the challenge was guess where they were from. I'm like, oh, okay, great. What's as further away from where I think it might be could it be? So I was saying Ireland, but I guess people are saying they're from France. I was trying, would that be the reason why they had the handlebars? But at the very end of the track, what I thought was really super cool is that the hook had her melody and that horn section, something of that nature. And at the end, she just decided to go along with the horn section, on the last 4 bars or 8 bars on the way out. And I like that because that horn section actually was the standout part of the hook for me. I guess maybe by its tone and what it cut through. So nice. Thank you so much, man. That was crank. Okay, DJ, just redeemed 40K. All right, well, you know what? That's probably going to be a minute away because that's probably going to come on. Let me see. Let me refresh, Mr. DJ. Just let me check to see where you landed on it. Oh, I see you there. Okay. Fantabulous. Okay, next up, Hall of Fanboy Bobar. Oh, I'm going to get this profile name completely wrong. Let's see what we got here. This is going to be, the song is Onyria, The Crimson Fight. The band is Ivan Torrent, and request by user. Hell of a fanboy bobber leader of that nature. So stand by. Discord people are saying. Okay. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Turnip. Thank you. Shotwell, I got your link. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let's do this. Before we continue to let this glide, it is absolutely beautiful piece. So, the word I saw here was so serene is a great way to explain the emotion behind it. I loved how the opening of this was pure ambient ethereal pad work that was happening there and started to slowly build in. So I didn't know exactly where they were going to take it. And even though now we came in with these strings, the string sections, let's say, there's a very unique sound that's got kind of a white noise to it that's keeping me intrigued as an engineer. But I love the breathingness and the dynamics of it and the pull of it. And then all of a sudden we had the single vocal line show up there, kind of bring us into a whole nother phase. And apparently at this point it's going to take us into another kind of subsection of that ethereal journey, pull everything back, and now we have the piano pushing us forward. Another guitar pattern happening over here. Wow. Dynamically, this is so beautiful. That was beautiful. I really, really I got soaked in on that. I would call that a complete rinse session. It was just an absolutely beautiful flowing piece. It could have been, this kind of a piece can appeal to so many people across so many different emotional platforms, if you would. It had more, but the overarching vibe was an experience of like watching a sunrise or clouds break from a storm, or just something of glory, something of beauty, something of lift, something of change, this could be anything from the birth of a human to the passing of a human, and recanting the story or anything. Just it was really beautiful, borderline glorious. And I don't mean to take that away as like, well, it wasn't glorious. Well, glorious to me is when it gets ginormous and it's like, they started getting a little close to it, but kept it kind of under wraps. I love the little, there's probably only maybe about 6 bars of choral work that just kind of leaned out there, 6 to 8 bars. And that it didn't have a lot of counter melodic arrangements in it, but they allowed the choir, the choral parts to be half notes, whole notes, and just let the essence of what that brings as far as emotion through. And so it was just really super cool, man. Nice, emotional, kind of, you felt it here. That's another one too, Quezel, hopeful. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, yeah, Golden Hour, all kinds of stuff. I mean, we can paint our own picture. I mean, you could take a song like this and anywhere in the soundtrack of your life be able to say, oh, this would be perfect for this, set of emotions here. Next up, from the Kebab Seller, he is back, everybody. The Kebab Seller is back. He's not in the stream. He does come in here, as we know, and he likes to, drop a little dono and stuff while he's doing what he's doing. And so this track is from an anime called Gintama or Gintama, I don't know. So let's see what we got here. And this one is called While You Are Hammering Iron, Hammer Your Soul into the Ground. All right, that's a hell of a title. All right, guys, you would know more than I do then about this and what experience I'm in for, so let's go. Chord that the piano went down on the last note. I love that release there where the flutes almost sounded like the flute was going to be the last of the instruments that we were going to hear in this arrangement, and how it drifted off into the piano. So I thought that was really nice. When the acoustic guitar came in too, just wonderful spacey notes. Just followed the melody, let it ring. Acoustic guitar work, especially nylon playing, has a different kind of vibrations, opposed to the same exact thing played with a steel string acoustic, different kind of tones and stuff like that. But it did sound like a pick though on the acoustic. But once again, this is another track, just like the last one we heard, where the composer really just left a lot of things wide open, but with beautiful voicings. This was identical to that in the concept of saying something melodically with beautiful voicings. I don't mean it was the same as, big strings or the strings in the same tones and stuff. So that's what that delivers for me. So, yeah. The Kebab Seller, thank you so much for that. I enjoyed that. I was all jelly in that. Got me to sway. It was a beautiful track. And I'm sorry, people, is Gintama? I take it this is an anime. It looks like an anime. But I just wanted to be sure. Okay, next up, the Driver 458. It is anime. Okay. Alrighty. So, the Driver 458 is in with the band right now. It's called Blackwave. Oh, God, I messed up. Sorry. And the name of this track is Champion. And this is featuring Jordan Makampa. This is the first song I could heavily relate to in a personal level, lyrics-wise. It was also the first piece of music that made me shed a tear. Oh, that's very powerful. So, man, every time I listen to this song, I call my mom or my parents to say I love them. Well, you better get your phone really close to you, bro, because here we go. We're playing your very near and dear to your heart, storytelling, beautiful track. Let's go.
Here we go.
Always being favorite, always being the greatest in your eyes. Any challenge I could face it. In your mind, only winning or defeat. Any leap I would make it. Much often I did, but sometimes I didn't. Banging my head against the ceiling that you set for me. Through break and jump through, to do what you couldn't do and make me a champion. Could never be number two, did exactly what you want. Cause you be the number one on my list. The one that I wanted to be impressed.
I will be a champion, that's what you always told me. I'ma be the best, you're the best, like you told me to be. But if I fail, will you still be proud?
Nice little engineering touch there.
Pick me up when I'm on the ground, or did I let you down? Did I let you down?
And moms did it different, with different vision. Fighting our own fights, providing a mission. Racing both of our races, give me all the equipment, all imaginable tools, a place we could live in. Talking the talk, I wasn't the best listener. living my damn life. I drew my own picture, doing all in the power, swearing no competition. You giving me everything on the everyday shit. The shit had me tripping, hating the feeling. The part that was missing, one that she could never feel it. Cause she wasn't you. Nah, she wasn't you.
I love the kit sound, especially
Tell you the truth, to put the
the
blame
2 and
on
the 4
you.
is.
For everything I did, everything I do.
Great
It's the
lyrics,
path that
too.
you paved.
Glad
It's
they have
how
it there.
I move. So before we get back around and I'm back with you,
I'ma be a champion. That's what you always told me. I'ma be the best, still the best, like you told me to be. A 3-point fade, I'ma hit the shot. Figure out a way I can beat the clock and give it all I got.
That was some slick lyrics right there.
Who am I trying to impress? You are the voices in my head. All these expectations, gotta lay them to rest. The more that I try, the more the question rises. Am I doing it for me? Why is it so hard to see? Through the morning mist, as the hours pass, the daylight comes shining through. Everything that was hiding soon.
Very
Rise
nice.
and make room for the sun like the moon. And if I
Production
never
changes
try,
here, great.
I only lose.
I'ma be a champion. That's what you always told me. I'ma be the best, still the best, like you told me to be. But even when life doesn't go your way, I'ma still love you all the same. Cause you're number one. You're still number one.
I love those horn arrangements.
You're number one. Still number one.
Sounds a lot. Sure, it sounds like it's like Herb Alpert style arrangements.
Number one. Still number one.
Damn.
Yeah, bro, this shit is so
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, release it.
That's
now.
what that's what a session's like, everybody. If you don't know what a session's like, that's like the playback or the mixing or the master or whatever mastering session was. I mean, that's it. People bopping around back there and go, "Yep, sup. That's it. High five. Pull a fatty on the machine. Do a rail on the fish tank. Whatever it is you got to do, or just celebrate with a cup of tea, and a crumpet and peanut butter. Beautiful track, man. I really love the track. I love the sway of it. I love the tone and the cadence of the performer, the rapper, or the poet, the slam poet artist. Everything about it was nice too. These nice sporadic changes. This is one of those tracks. So what I love is that even though there was only, I think there was only 4 chords. Or 5. It was, pretty much repeated it, played it through the whole place, the whole track, but many different little tchotchke arrangements, I like to call them, that had little flavors, little sparkles of flavors that really added. It's like, God, stuff like this is almost somewhat Michelin food star type stuff, where you go to these places and it looks like you're just getting a piece of potato with a this and a that, but then there's this color of this and a little something of this with a little scooch of that and all that. And even though it looks like an itty bitty thing that you're being served on like a Michelin type of appetizer, you put that in there and it just explodes. And this is that kind of vibe, even there was that time where they pulled back on the drums completely and just let the little bit of those elements pop off. It was perfect. It was perfect. I love the track. And I could see how that makes a difference lyrically with your parents on a personal level. So thank you for sharing that, both on a personal level and with all of us here. All right, guys. Judgment Kazi's in the house. And oh my God, I know what's going on here. How many of you guys have ever heard this little band called Audioslave? Audioslave. Because Judgment Kazi is bringing it in the house here. And the name of the track is Shadow of the Sun. Wow, this showed up as 0 duration. Maybe it's a wrong leak. We'll find out. I don't know. Let's go. Judgment Kazi, are you here? There you are. How you doing? Glad to have you back and hanging out with us in the usual suspect. Ginger's heard of it. How many? Who hasn't heard of Audioslave? I didn't get a big like hoo-ha. 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 No, I'm sorry. I ripped that off from Al Chapanga. Here we go.
Once upon a time, I was of the mind to lay your burden down and leave you where you stood. And you believed I could, you'd seen it done before.
Such a signature vocal from Chris Cornell. That is one of the gnarliest bass tones. Who was the drummer in this?
Staring at the lost, looking for the cause, and never really
Brad Wilk.
nothing but a hole to live without a soul and nothing to be learned. And I can tell you why people go insane. I can show you how you could do the same. I can tell you why the end will never come. I can tell you why the shadow on the
Jeez. Just drums and bass holding it down, man. Just keeping it all together. Giving the space for the guitar to trip out like that. They're using that octave foot pedal. I love that.
shapes of every size move behind my eyes.
Sorry, I got to say something here. This is a testament to just some great songwriting. You know, there's no fireworks. There's no, I mean, in the production, there's obviously dynamics that punches it up when the dirt comes in and Chris's voice just lights up the universe, which is absolutely mind numbing. But this is, to me, this is like, oh, guitar, bass, drums, vocals, great songwriting. And that is what I'm just oozing with right now.
Inside my head, bolted from within. Every drop of flame lights a candle in memory of the one who lived inside my skin.
Good production push into the hook. Love this.
I can tell you why people go insane. I can show you how you could do the same.
God, that's a sick ass riff right there. No, just absolutely mind-numbing. The tone of his voice is so legendary, and it's every time I do any music that has Chris Cornell in it. Obviously, so many people in the comments are distraught at his passing, but still grateful for the moments that he's given everybody. The second he got up there, Tom Morello, also more of a scientist guitar player for me. Because he likes to take a lot of really unique chances, and he always hits them out of the park. Very unique arrangements that he's done. I mean, he's a monster of a guitar player, all in. But I like the ones that go ahead and take those chances and those choices, and they dick around a little bit with the sound. Even that little that happened in the very beginning, or into the second, after the first hook, I think it was. That's trickery. That's trickery. And then there was that point right there where he used an octa pedal. I don't know what they're called anymore. The octa pedals where you're sitting there. You kind of kick it like a whammy or a wah pedal, but it'll split the tone into octaves and stuff. So that's part of the bin, if you would, of making a great song. The bass was absolutely monster. The tone was absolutely monster. But I also liked how the bass, there were some clean sounds that were going on in the verses, but the bass player lifted it with some saturation. I don't know if that was done on foot, on a pedal or something like that, but I loved how it became really, really dark and in of its own, tone-wise, so, but this is a great example for me of just great songwriting and not having to rely on a lot of other things. But that, I will say, the riff at the end, I was like, okay, now that's super badass, and I'm glad people stayed around long enough to listen to that song to know that there's that riff at the end. It's almost like that thing you wait for at the end is that riff, and then him just turning the volume to 11 with his voice and frying it up like he did. So, Chris Cornell, everybody misses you, bro. All right, here we go. Next up, Doll 97. This band right here that you would like is called 65 Days of Static. Is that the name of the band, I take it? And the name of the track is Radio Protector. So let's do this. This is brand new, totally brand new. Look, all of you guys are already popping off. So I'm probably in for something super cool. So let's go. I hear it. It's creeping. it's that low tone or that tone tremolo that's keeping me like the heat is yet to come. Like you kind of feel like you're being pulled in, you're being baited. Why do I feel like I'm going to get a jump scare? Tell by the LEDs, or I can, but they slammed the normalizer on the master. And I think that's actually part of the technique in the genre. Beautifully chaotic, trippy. I was in that whole listening. I mean, I was like fully vested in listening to it because it was a trip. This is when I don't know, Aman had put it up there that it was like post-metal, EDM, and tango or something. I can't recall what it was, but then it was a very eclectic blend that he said it was, and so I'm saying, okay, let me lean into it. And it had every single one, well, not tango, I was kidding, but it had every single one of the elements that he had described in there. I just didn't know how that would have worked, like a post-rock with an EDM. And I'm still, like I said, you guys explained it to me, post-metal, post-rock, what that meant, but I don't know quite yet how to decipher that in my ears as a tone difference in, is there a guitar tone difference or something between, you know, what was before post-rock and post-metal? Was it just rock and metal? Or was there a genre flip that flipped it back into old metal and they called it post? I don't know. But it was really super trippy, and I didn't say anything through the whole thing because I was just trying to decipher the coding, if you would. And then do you get to a certain point where you stop? And I just have to sit there and go, okay, instead of saying, what are they doing? What's going on over here? And then you just have to stop and just go for the expression of it. You know, and this is what I love about, I'll say this every time until you guys just can predict what words are going to come out of my mouth, but that's what I love about this journey with the music. On Twitch, well, throughout the whole YouTube experience, without a doubt, but here on Twitch especially, because I've gotten probably the most eclectic suggestions on this channel. and it could be of any style: opera, classical, fusion, jazz, metal, baroque, fixed, you know, whatever. I know the stupid joke, but I loved it. I just had to soak with it. So, okay, so I'm skipping somebody right now because I got a message that he had to go to the pharmacy to get his bowel movement pills. All right, so he'll be back. Next up is MM33. Boy, wait till he. Well, wait till Kairu hears what I said. I'm sorry. Oh, I outed it. So let's do this. This next one's from MM. It's called Danger Mouse, not Danger Noodle. The track is called Sometimes. This is Danger Mouse and Black Thought. Short track. Is this off of an anime or something like that? Oh, don't tell him. Don't tell. Hi, Kairu. Hi. I said nothing. No, really, Kairu. I didn't say anything. Oh, let's listen to this song.
Prisoners of Azkaban thinking of a master plan.
That was a badass intro. I didn't know what to expect. That was great.
Clap your hands whether you in Patterson or Pakistan. Richard Wright, black boy that grew into a blacker man. Early African or European, which was more supreme. The visions vary, this shit gets scary. Inform your team. My dignitary consigliere is Noradine. My skin tone is aubergine. I'm a war machine. Sinner who's casted on the stones. He can manage, but with the home team advantage. Most people don't see the damage. Guess I'm gonna need a bandage if we plan to be companions. Drum solos from the hammers be mimicking, speaking Spanish. They vanish like Atlantis. Come to find out they've been banished for frauding for the cameras and abandoning their manners for lies that intertwine like a violet vine. I threw the rhyme book straight into the fire this time. I'm thinking.
I wonder if this is a sample or they produced it this way. I just love the whole lo-fi vibe of the track. Man, this was a really super short track. I was so into the production of this. I had to listen to it for a second because I wondered if it was a complete sample of something they may have licensed out, or if it was something they created it and then gave it that sample vibe, which is a trick where you can export the whole mix and then take that master mix and put it through another process, you know, to sculpt it. His cadence, this is another one that has that beautiful laid-back cadence to his performance when he was rapping on it. But I'm sorry, I'm leaning in a little more of the production. There was this noodly wah-wah guitar. You know, and there are all these little itty-bitty elements. The strings, I mean, the whole thing sounded, it sounded like it was processed to the max to give us maybe that it was a sampled thing. I don't know, it was very unique. Even the strings sounded kind of, you know, like it got lifted from the 70s or something. But it was such a chill thing, you know. Looney Tune Girl, I notice that you keep on getting blocked. What are you doing here? What could it be? Oh, I see what's happening. Yeah, so the bot's not liking what you're putting in. Well, you shouldn't be putting in... Actually, if you click on the link, can somebody help our friend here, Looney Tune Girl 87, make a submission? Because she's doing it on the chat, and for some reason the bot is blocking her. Anyhow, no, there was a Jesus joke in there somewhere. What are you guys doing there? Oh, okay. Yeah, send another off this record some other time, because if you're just now getting into it, that's a great little. That was really nice. And but since you're in the record, maybe you can answer one quick question. Are all the tracks about 2 minutes long, or is this kind of an outlier? In the meantime, it's about time that we do Kairu's. Kairu, I had said something, I thinking that you were gone, like, because 1AM said, don't do Kairu's yet because he had to bail. I went, okay. And it's had to bail, I was thinking had to bowel, and then it turned into, oh, someone's not going to be back because they, just whatever. You were there? Sorry. Oh, my goodness. All right, Kairu. Well, this is for you, my friend. Xenoblade Beyond the Sky. This is an uber emotional ending theme to Xenoblade. Oh, good. I'll go for some of the emotional ending. Let's do this. Here we go. Well, you know where it'll be, Kairu, if the power goes out.
Tell me why the reason I am here, just only you I see from far away. I have come for you. Don't know why I searched all night and day, but when I'm here, darkness came. No lights to show the way. Dark despair. Still I
Very
see
floaty, beautiful, emotional.
all I long to see.
Is this during a cutscene or gameplay? A little bit of the Titanic movement there, if you know what I'm talking about.
I know I won't look
An ending theme.
behind. I see no regrets, no guiding lights so dark. Oh, you, my light, but now I am here, and you're close to me. My heart is with you forever and
Right?
The end of world she feels.
Ooh, tricky little Kiki there.
No shining lights anywhere. This emptiness.
With the drummer, he's getting a little buzzy in there with his kick. Oh, sorry, Doctor, my bad.
You were chasing after my shadow. I know I won't look behind.
Great production, nice builds.
I see no regrets, no guiding
That drummer does that
lights
cat,
so
cat, cat.
dark. Oh, you, my light,
Here,
but now I am here, and you're close to me. My heart is with you forever and ever. No, I won't let you go. I will hold it in my arms. Oh, this love
sneaky bass line in there. That was great. That was a great track, Kairu. Oh man, that was so. I'm not crying. You are. Very emotional, beautiful end theme track. I bet you anybody that's played Xenoblade, of which I haven't. The one thing the one thing I love also about the gaming community, in general, is that when you go through the experience of playing a game, I've only finished 2 games out of the 12 I got in there, but as you know, when I finished Journey, I felt like my story wasn't done until I heard the music and watched the credits at the end. Because you build this relationship with the developers and all that just subliminally, right? That if you finish a game, you want to hear the culmination of leitmotifs or character themes and stuff come together, or if it's a custom piece of work that's written as an end title or something, because it's not over till the fat lady sings or the skinny lady or the man or whatever, and no pun in it, but I'm just saying it. That's the kind of vibe I got from it. It was a beautiful song. It did hearken to some major movie theme that I yelped out earlier a little bit, but it's kind of hard to get away from a lot of melodies based on the chord changes the composers, do that may follow some, standard pop culture patterns. I mean, you still have a ton of melody to work with, but a lot of times the intervals and the melodies, you find yourself, sounding a little like or of that nature, or frankly been influenced, and it becomes, an influential dynamic in the performance. Did I say that right? Every now and then I sound smart, but I know I'm gasping for brain cells. All right, next up. Excuse me. Great Sagsum. And that'll be end for 6/26, June 26th, and then I'll be coming in hot with DJ Tambor, La Cremosa, Hot Chicken, A Diaper, Ginger, Doc Doom, Lisa Wolf, and onwards. So this one here is, the name of the band is Moyun. It's folk. The name of the song is Thunderstruck. And this is Boosty McBooster, and you're so funny. Oh, that's good. Another Moyun rendition for you. Oh, this is the artist that plays The Thing. I'm sorry, no disrespect. I just don't know what to say, what to call it again. Amon, I'm sure, will come in and rescue me on what this instrument is. I definitely look forward to this. I think we did this yesterday or 2 days ago. Here we go. Oh, Thunderstruck from, of course, AC/DC. Wow. Oof. I just got chicken skin. Damn. Thank you for that, Amin. so much feeling and dynamics in the performance. It's mind-numbing. Wow. That was wonderful. Jeez. Those little 30 seconds that she went taps off there. Wow. Give me that finish. Oh my goodness, she was absolutely amazing. To take a track so famous as an AC/DC track and then make it a reinterpretation with a lot of original elements in there because of her instrument that she's playing on, and how she can maximize so many different sounds off of that instrument, from the tapping. And of course, I don't know anything about the instruments, but you know, I do know that there's the left hand that bends and does things with the strings to get, you know, you either get bends out of them or you can get vibratos out of them. But she went to many different places on the instrument to get in unique tones and stuff, and effortlessly. Obviously, she had to write it and practice it through and through. This was beautiful. This is. I was thinking to myself, could I listen to this if it was like an album of, you know, this artist's, I don't know, top 10 covers, or if she's got originals. And I'm sitting there going, okay, let me just close my eyes and let me vision that. So damn it, I could listen to this and just let it go, let it be, you know, and not be, you know, overwhelmed by the percussive mathematics of what she was playing, as far as me listening to it as a composer. Ooh, 32nd, 16th. What's going on over here? What's she doing? Yeah, I can really get into this. Absolutely wonderful. I cannot tell you how pumped I am that you asked me to listen to this. Thank you so much for that. That was sick. Super sick. Okay, guys, we're diving into now the donos of today, of which I have quite a few here. DJ Tambor, Lacrimosa, Hot Chicken a Diaper, Ginger, Doc Doom, Lisa Wolf, Operated TV, Jack Zira. Woof, I'm still going. Let's keep going. And then maybe I'll do like 3 more songs, take a short break, make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for you guys over there at my coffee cam. And then I come back and do more. And once I'm done with that, we do some wheelie of cheesely. My stream is kind of dying. What does that mean? Like I suck and my music sucks, or... You guys thought it froze. I don't know. You guys are saying I froze, so I figured I'd help it out. On OBS, there might be some drain dropping. Okay. Let me see. Do I look okay now? Okay. Okay. No, I was just joking around with you, Retro Gamer. Oh, it's just, I'm a bit saggy. Oh, just a bit laggy. Ugh. How do I recover from that one? I can't see this. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Yeah, okay. I was like, I'm a bit saggy. I know I have moves, but does it really show? I used to be a weightlifter. I used to have pectoral muscles. Now with all weightlifters, you know what happens. That stuff has tendency to goop up. Anyhow, all right, thank you. Okay, we got that all clear. The Vegemite shall help. I think before I get into DJ Tambor's song, I think I'm going to load up on a little bit of my Skippy and Vegemite. It's my sandwich. I'm at the Vegemite sandwich. Dun 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 all right, I'm feeling good now. We all loaded up. Wonder if I would start a trend. I wonder if the people of Skippy are pleased that I'm blending Skippy Super Chunky with Vegemite. Wouldn't that be funny? The new Avocado Show, sponsored by Alpo, Skippy, and Vegemite. If you're old enough to remember Alpo, that goes all the way back to the Johnny Carson days. The veggie nut butter. God, that would be hilarious. Would that not be funny if I got like a brand deal, you know, with Skippy and Vegemite? Just a little something, something. I'm the world's safest show, pretty much. I can cross over all audiences. You know, how would I pitch my brand audience? Let's see, out of 8 billion people, how many billions eat peanut butter? How many billions eat Vegemite? Oh, Popeye eating some spinach. That's another one. Oh, the Vegevita Vitamin. Oh, Kairu, I remember that. That was Lucille Ball. That's the best. All right, that's not the same thing? All right, sorry. All right, guys, let's go. I'm sorry. I laugh at myself because it's my stream. Excuse me. They did a Vegemite cheese mix? No. Did they really? All right. I might have to try that. All right, here we go. I'm seeing things. Cabbage, cabbage, cabbage. Koi, ada jeeds. Open your mind. All right, Quado, thank you. Open your mind. All right, let's get going. DJ Tambor's up next. Thank you for allowing me to fart off for a second. Okay, this next game is YS. I mean, did I say this next game? This next song is a game called YS The Oath in Felghana. The song is A Searing Struggle. Let's see here. I love the messages when I get them. This track is an album arrangement. The game track was composed by Miyako Ishikawa, and the arrangement was arranged by Mashiki Jill Okigaki, Jill's project. Once one of the game fields plays, the character travels around the map, preparing and heading towards a second boss battle. Ooh, I like that. So this is kind of Journey-esque. Not like Journey, like, hold on. Okay, here we go. I better move on before I get myself into more trouble. Here we go. Yeast. Oh, it's pronounced yeast. I thought this was School's Out for Summer. I'm sorry. It started like that. I like it. That little tinny ride that they're using. That really burns that melody in your head. This is so melodic. There's like two different synth arrangements going on in the same tonal area. For summer. Oh, I'm sorry. It just does it for me. I'm sorry. A little nod to the Alice Cooper vibe. Guitar tone, very much like Queen. Uh-oh, somebody parachuted Yngwie into it. I like the supporting riff in the back. God, it's back and forth, man. They're killing it. Had a little harpsichord in there. Is it me or is there a little white snaky in there? Maybe it's that drum sound. I said it. I love the bass line in this. It gets really kind of like doo-doo-doo. Get that ride. Get that cheese ride. Oh, there we go. Climb, everybody climb on board there. Let's go in unison, folks. That was such a fun track to listen to. Because there's so many different elements that kind of parachuted into it, DJ. I'm sorry that the very first two chords I did kind of feel like it was, school's out for summer. And but there was a lot of fun little elements in there. You can see that's why I was shouting off through it, and people were popping in on the stream. All the different kind of influences that we pulled from it. super fun track. Like they dropped in all these like mid to late 80s elements in there that were really up. That was more of, it had more of that glam rock vibe, I think, DJ. You know what I'm saying? There was a little bit more of the glammy rock vibe, but then there was still crossover. There's still that like I was saying, there's some Queen tone in the guitars and stuff. We had the Yngwie vibe in there, a little bit of the White Snake vibe in there. And even, you know, Alice Cooper vibe in there. I mean, this was a really nice salad bar of rock. That's the name of my next band, Salad Bar of Rock. So, I had Rat too. Yeah, that's another one. Glam Chop. Kairu, don't make me laugh, man. Quado's in like full regalia right now. Hey, I just caught a really quick thing here. What do the life? Really quick, I saw what you were popping up there. I don't know if you did it on the same, if you did 2 donos on the same day, what may have happened to that? I'm not too sure. I may have done both of your tracks. Do me a favor. 1 a.m. is online. He's one of my mods. If you just type in the 2 songs that were there, you can look at a little history and see if maybe I did it on 2 different days. It's possible. If not, I owe you one because I'm that kind of guy. All right, guys, here we go. What did you call it? A cosmic gumbo. Oh, my goodness. Great arrangement, though. Loved it. Okay, next up, Lacrimosa. Really? Really? I'm getting humbled. I'm going through some humbled Quado moments here. Lacrimosa. In for another song. Thank you so much for your generosity. This is a band called TTNG. I don't know what that stands for. Forgive me for my ignorance. But we got a song coming in from Lacrimosa. We've got an acoustic track too, even though it says it's rock. This one's called Badger. And my... I just read your message. That's hilarious. It was Saturday PTO fun. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have you guys noticed when I laugh now, I actually have to, I know you can't see it. It's not worth showing you. But at my belly button, every time I laugh now, I have to take my middle finger and put it in my hernia so my intestine doesn't pop out. That's how bad it's getting. It's funny now. It's like a default setting. Even my friends have noticed. They're going, "What the hell are you doing every time you laugh? You always take your finger, stick it in your navel." I go, "You don't want to know." Sorry, I just laid it out there for everybody. But yeah, that's what it was. So, holla. Okay, guys, here we go. This is from Lacrimosa. Let's go ahead and do this. All right.
Your call sign, butterfly, thoughts of wings open wide, casting sunlight, my hands, bones, brittle, busted flame.
Yeah, that guitar playing, I'm trying to... Is it 9/8?
So what if I should forget to breathe? Will white light rescue me and secure my salvation? I can all but hope time will tell that this was real.
Beautiful how that cello back there is just kind of giving us a little sense of ease. Wow, this guitar player's technique is amazing.
With hindsight, time will tell that this was real enough for me.
Wow. It's like a precarious kind of dance between the instrumentation. It's so well done, so pretty, but it's a glitch away from falling apart. That's what I mean. It's like a precariously hanging arrangements there. Wonderful.
So what if I should forget to breathe? Will white light rescue me and secure my salvation? I can't all but hope the time will tell that this was real enough for me.
That was beautiful. That, like I said, what I meant about the precarious balance in the arrangements is that there was the percussiveness of everything that was happening in those arrangements with the tones. They got the violins, you've got the acoustic guitar. They really, and because violins aren't as velocity heavy on the downstrokes or whenever their notes are up on the on the music, and depending on what the dynamics are that are put in it, you're not always getting like picking of a guitar. It's very, very difficult to get strings to do that unless you do a specific bowing technique with something like a light spiccato or something like that, the bounciness of it. So a lot of times, a lot of the stuff that was written here still was very percussively arranged with a lot of unique rhythmic elements in the string arrangements, but it's that slower, just slightly behind the tempo-ish that made it very, like I said, made it very, that balance was just so unique. But the guitar pattern was actually filling in for that. But it's still, for me, listening to it, I was still kind of back and forth and just getting into it. And the fact, I think it could have been one string player doing the overdub as well. But it was just wonderful, just dance in these arrangements. Very subtle, but beautiful. And I didn't know, I was trying to me, where I locked into it, where it was like what I would consider the pre-chorus, which went into like a 3/4 or 6/8. I didn't count it correctly. But in between it, I didn't want to try to figure out what the meter was, but I was going, is that a 9/8? And once I get to a place where I start questioning where's the one and where am I going, is when I realized I just had to let it go and just enjoy the music. And that's what this was. This was like a museum moment to step way back from the picture instead of getting way close up there and looking at the brush strokes and the colors, you know, how they get the color. I just eventually had to step way back and just let it all come into focus sonically. So yeah, you tripped me out on that one. That was a great suggestion, Lacrimosa. I really appreciate it. That was really cool. I have the bounciness of it in my head still, you know, the way the string attacks were and how it was playing. And that's the other thing too. I've said it many times on the stream. There's just no other sound as the bow bouncing off of a string, you know. I don't know. When I was a kid, it was my very first instrument was a violin. I think my dad got my first lesson at like 4 or something. And of course it was Mary Had a Little Lamb, but it went on to other things. But there was just something about taking the bow out and with the rosin, cleaning under the bridge and everything. It's just there's a little bit more of a nostalgia for me when it comes to that. But yeah, the slides on the guitar too. And also the thing is, at the very beginning of this, when the guitar pattern started, I had to really listen into it because the way it was mixed, there was a couple of double stop things that the guitar player was doing. I was going, are they playing with 2 guitars? What's going on here? And then I had to go into my guitar head going, how would I play that? I'm like, okay, that works. I see what he's doing there. And this was also another really cool example of, remember I was talking about earlier on another song, talking about picking technique versus using, you know, the flesh of your skin on acoustic playing. It almost sounded like that the guitar player was using his nails, because it wasn't as bitey, but using the flesh part of his thumb on his lower strings. It gave it a nice warm tone. So super balanced, super cool. Thank you, Lacrimosa. I appreciate it, and also your humbling donation. Thank you for the PTO. I appreciate it. All right, hang on. I'm getting boinked on Discord. I've got incoming message, so stand by for a second. Gang, let's see what I got here. Oh, you guys get it sorted out? Okay, fantabuloski. Thank you, 1AM. Hey, guys, 1AM's in the house. He's managing for the mods right now, so let's just give him just a really quick how's it and mahalo and thank you. I really, truly appreciate that. And also, by the way, though, I also want to let you guys know that I have a Minecraft server that me and the mods ganged up, and we talked, and we have a Minecraft server. I might actually parachute in tonight and play a little bit. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to. I like to do it like maybe an hour and a half before I go to bed, get in there and build some stuff. And funny enough, though, I've had some people from here come over there, and it's really kind of nice to hear people's voices, even though you're not really giving away who you are per se, but if they come in with the same profile name, I went, oh my gosh, hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. So it's kind of cool. So, yeah, we have that server. So, yes. I don't know where that server link is. I'm supposed to hand it out somewhere, but I will eventually. All right. I'm so sorry. That was such a giveaway, wasn't it? Me going like this. Okay, so fortunately you didn't hear anything. I didn't even have to say anything, and it just wouldn't have. You can guess. Oh my goodness. Next up, hot chick in a diaper. I swear to God. I don't know if it's hot chick in a diaper or hot chicken a diaper. I don't know. Hot chicken a diaper or hot chicken a diaper. I don't know. All right, guys. This is a rock band, and it is called The Receiving End of Sirens. The name of the track is The Armistice. And the message is, lucky number 2 today for a while, wouldn't let me donate. But Diaper Babe is back. I love this. All right, guys. He says that, she awaits my thoughts of the dueling vocals. So at least I know what I'm getting myself into, guys. So let's do this. All right. Picture of old King Henry VIII before he ate cake.
this fabrication of pretext could pour. Yet still I fall victim to syntax omitted. Just shy of something I could understand. So pistol I press on to the sound of the organs, playing the most convincing tunes as they serenade to the parade of paid-off thoughts. Now the only thing left to discuss is the details of this armistice. We've come to this
Wow. Wow.
My handshake through handshakes. Forsaken by my limbs sing the hymns of the tyrant in a crumbling pantheon. As inhabitants will raise their fists.
Unbelievable vocal arrangements. I love the arpeggiation that's going on with the guitar. Oh, I love the guitar just repeating that pattern, but letting the bass do the over-under. A little bit of a Devin Townsend vibe with that. Now I'm loving this pattern of the guitar on this side. Definitely layering up those guitars so nicely. Great layered vocal arrangements there. A little subtle vocal happening back there. Makes you want to lean into it. Super tight plate reverb on that snare. The dueling vocals were amazeballs. And you know what? They were kind of close in tone. There was definitely enough of a change there for me to discern that there were two separate voices there. But they were written in the same zone. So it was more the dynamics and the inflections of the performances that I was really kind of glazed with. And then each one of their takes on the arrangements were super unique. I like the layered guitar approach on this. It wasn't overly choked up, but I love the multiple little arrangements that were going on there. And a couple of them could have fooled me. Like if I'm thinking now at that last end where the instrumentation pulled back and there was the piano holding it, that was back there. That could have been back there through the whole track and not knowing it. Once again, we've talked about this before. On a lot of times there's arrangements in tracks you never hear unless you isolate tracks or something like that. And you go, oh my God, I can't believe there's a piano there, or there's an organ there, or there's a kazoo there, or whatever, until you pull it back and then you realize, and I've done that before. I actually did a track once. I did as a joke, I did a metal kazoo track where I actually opened up, and I got to find that file. I think I may have dirshed it a long time ago, about 20 years ago, where I opened up the riff that I played on kind of a dark metal track. It was only like 30 seconds. And I opened it up with the kazoo. Kind of like how a lot of the metalcore bands like to open up with lo-fi sounds and then kind of sweep into blowing it up. And then hit it with, left, right kind of a vibe. And it worked out really good. But you didn't know the kazoo was there until it was isolated out. So I'm not saying there was a kazoo here. I'm just saying the piano and the ambiance that set off was something that could have been there the whole time I didn't know. So, anyhow, it was a great listen, and I definitely was able to get into the dueling vocals, as you said. So that's what I focused on when you told me to think about it. It wasn't that I wasn't listening to the rest of the production and all that. I wanted to really dive into that, so I appreciate that. Okay, operated TV. We got it all sorted out here, and thank you so much. And I'm glad we did, and we got to thank 1AM for that. So for operated TV, your song is coming up. This is a band called Anciients. Anciients. Two eyes there. Cloak of the Vast and Black. And so yes, here you are. We got it together now. So I'm checking it out, and let's do this. All right. There it is.
Never
badass section right here. Yeah, definitely some opus in this for the vibe. That turnaround of the phrase. The Southpaw is getting a lot of the heavy in the track. Nice shift here. The GC. Funny, those are orange heads, but they're using like Marshall cabs. Except the one guy has his taped off. But oh, a little something behind there in the track, which I like that. I love it when the musicians will actually do the playthroughs like this. I think it gives us a little bit more of the techniques that are used in playing. The Southpaw player, or the one to the left or your right, whatever, all the way to that side, to that side, him over there. He got a little bit more of the intricate parts, it seemed like, to play. He was very, very perfect posture. Like we could tell that he's a guitar player. Has spent a lot of time sitting and playing and stuff and sitting correctly. Super duper proggy, and it stepped over a lot of things. You know, I saw people mentioning Opeth, Mastodon. There was a few other, somewhere in there I was thinking of, oh my God, another band I was thinking about from that same little zone, and I can't remember because I'm brain farting. But dang. But also the vocals were real sick on this. I mean, this was just a playthrough, so because this was a playthrough, I wasn't really leaning into too much of the instrumentation behind it, other things that may have been in there, because obviously we're watching the guitar players and the bass player. But I loved this whole prog sound. You know, prog is really based around a lot of movement, you know. But at the same token, I've heard a couple prog jams that are actually, it's based around a lot of movement, but not necessarily a lot of riff movement. So it'd be chord changes and arpeggiations within it. But it's so subjective. It's progressive. So thank you for dropping that track, man. That was a great track. Operated TV. I appreciate it. And also thank you for being patient and hanging out with the repair of your dono. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a really quick break. And then I'm coming back with Ginger and Doc Doom and Lisa Wolf and Vika Banana and Espy and Jexeria and Conspiro. And let me refresh that, make sure that we are all in good shape here. Okay, fantabulous. Okay, guys, I'm going to set up just something to listen to really quick for you, gang. And then just give me about, I don't know. I'm going to go over there and make coffee and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the Temptation Island camp. So give me a second here. Let me rig up something here. Let me just go to this really quick. Let's go with this one here. It's kind of trippy. All right, guys. Even though we're not going to say anything, I just wanted to drop some music in the background. I'm going to go get me a little something to eat, so stand by. I will be right back. All right. And it doesn't have any mic, no sound. I don't know. It's just 1 a.m. and Snake and I spent some time setting up the coffee cam because we thought maybe do a little something different in the break. So here we go. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'll be right back. All right.